keep going? Why do you keep going?
I love boxing. I love what I do. I still enjoy my training camps. I enjoy boxing. I love this. I enjoy a lot this.
Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments. And I beat Canelo. What could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something, you know that.
But what can they really say?
Bruh, that face-off between Canelo and Crawford wasn't a sit-down. It was a straight-up Netflix original. Crawford didn't look like a challenger. He looked like he just unlocked the cheat codes. Man's talking footwork, IQ, speed, and reach like he's scrolling through the creative fighter menu on UFC 5. I swear, Bud had the vibe of a dude who already downloaded all the DLC before the fights even announced.
I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. You know, he might got the size, the power. You know, I feel like, you know, I got the better skills, boxing skills.
And the best part? He's not sugarcoating it. He knows walking into 168 against Canelo is like signing up for a boss fight on insane difficulty. The way he said it, though, I was half waiting for him to pull a carabiner out his pocket and start free climbing the MGM walls mid-interview. If he pulls this off, forget belts, forget pound-for-pound rankings.
Fights, but Canelo is just different. I don't care if he's the UFC there. When Canelo fights, he's different.
I like how you talking about yourself in third person, like,
yeah.
When Canelo do something.
BoxRec might have to hand him the master admin password and let him update boxing history in real time. Meanwhile, Canelo? Man didn't say a word, but said everything. That stare wasn't just stone cold, it was pre-Columbian Aztec temple stone cold. No smirk, no blink, no twitch. Just that, I eat thunderstorms for breakfast energy.
Outside of the ring, but when they come into the ring, it's just they see everything. When they step in the ring, they see why I'm Canelo Alvarez.
Absolutely.
Crawford's over there building a blueprint, and Canelo's sitting there like, plans don't matter when your fists are jackhammers. You could almost hear his inner monologue in Spanish. Habla, habla, but soon your ribs will meet destiny. And tell me why he looked like he was mentally seasoning Crawford with salsa verde and roja, trying to decide which pair's best with a left hook. That's the wildest contrast right there. Bud's talking chess. Canelo's promising demolition. Man, let's keep it real. Crawford ain't just talking, he out here preaching, like he's about to baptize boxing in his own legend. The man said, Canelo bigger, stronger, flashier in designer fits? Cool story, bro. I got speed, reach, and IQ.
How do you see a fight with Canelo go?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude.
And I'll have him shadowboxing against the Wi-Fi router. And he ain't capping either. Switch hitting, stance flipping, turning offense into defense, like he got the fight patched with a cheat update. That's Bud. Look back at Spence. Crawford didn't just beat him. He turned that man into a YouTube tutorial on how to dominate step by step. Every round looked like a seminar.
You know, dropping nobody with one punch. You already see him like wearing them down. That's why he goes so hard to the body, because he want to wear you down. Then once you get tired and once your body start weakening, everything started weakening. And those little punches that wasn't hurting start.
He knew the distance like he measured it with a ruler, timed punches like an atomic clock, and carried power that felt like jumper cables hooked straight to the jaw. That wasn't just a win. That was a clinical beatdown. The kind you don't come back from without a therapist and a GPS to find your confidence again. And that's what makes Bud scary right now. When he talks confidence, it ain't empty hype. It's receipts. It don't sound like a man selling wolf tickets. It sounds like a man who already meal prepped Canelo's lunch, labeled the Tupperware, and is just waiting for recess to ring so he can serve it. And the way he carries it, that quiet, simmering belief that this ain't just another fight. It's an entry into history. Crawford's walking into this with the swagger of a landlord collecting rent. And history itself better have the check ready. Bruh, Errol Spence sliding into this conversation was the plot twist nobody saw coming. Man showed up like the dude at the party who don't even two-step, but the second the DJ drops Meek Mill Dreams and Nightmares, he in the middle of the circle hitting moves he didn't even practice. That's Spence right now. After all that smoke he got from Bud, he's not hating, not salty. He's standing 10 toes down saying, if Crawford want to chase greatness, let him cook. And that's real. He ain't promising victory, he ain't selling dreams, he's just keeping it a buck. If anybody got the toolkit to shock the world, it's Bud. Respect. And this ain't no random analyst running his mouth on ESPN. This is Errol Spence, the man who stood across from Crawford under the Vegas lights and got served a masterclass in destruction. He knows firsthand that Bud ain't just slick, he's surgical. That fight wasn't a contest, it was a procedure. And Spence got dissected piece by piece while Crawford barely broke a sweat. You don't walk away from that thinking Bud is good. You walk away thinking Bud is different. So when Spence, of all people, says Bud might actually be crazy enough to handle Canelo, that hits different. And let's talk about the logic. Spence didn't just show respect, he hit us with the blueprint. Canelo jumped weight to scrap with Kovalev, a dude built like a human vending machine. So why can't Crawford flip the script? Why can't Bud, pound for pound one of the sharpest operators in the game, take that same leap? Legends ain't remembered for playing it safe, they get remembered for doing the unthinkable. That's what makes this wild. Spence caught the smoke firsthand, yet he's vouching for the man who beat him down. That's like losing a 100M dash but still betting your paycheck that the guy who dusted you could outrun a Tesla. Fighters don't come out of Bud's fights doubting, nah, they come out as believers. And if even Errol Spence is telling Canelo, yo, this man might actually flip history, then the writing's on the wall. Canelo better bring more than power, he better bring solutions. Man, Gary Antuanne Russell came into this debate sounding less like a fighter and more like a boxing professor giving a TED Talk on pain. Dude broke it down clean. Yeah, Canelo mastered his craft, Bud mastered his, but them 8-ounces gloves? They don't respect resumes, and he's right. Those gloves don't care if you're pound for pound king or king of Guadalajara. One mistake and your lights get cut quicker than your Wi-Fi on payday. When everybody in the house decides to stream Netflix in 4K, that's the fight in a nutshell. It only takes one. And Russell ain't dressing it up with flowery language either. He's throwing straight warnings. He said Bud can't just roll into camp in regular shape. Nah, he gotta be on some next level monk mode, training like it's a 16-round fight. No bathroom breaks, no warm-up rounds, no easing into the rhythm. From bell one, it's gotta be pedal to the metal perfection. That's the type of preparation Russell's talking about. Crawford can't just be good. He has to be flawless. What I love about Russell's take is he's not just clowning. He's highlighting the razor-thin margins here. This ain't the kind of exam you pull an all-nighter for. This is the SAT, the ACT, the driver's test, and a lie detector all stacked together. And the proctor is Canelo, who happens to hit like a wrecking ball with a chip on his shoulder. One wrong answer? Bud fails in blood, not in Scantron bubbles. But peep the energy. Russell's warning feels like tough love, but it also low-key sells the fight. He's hyping it like a survival game. Who's slicker, sharper, more disciplined when the margin of error is zero? That's what makes this matchup crackle. He ain't just saying Bud needs to be perfect. He's saying we're about to find out if perfection even exists under that kind of heat. That's the real warning here. Russell basically saying Bud can't just be sharp, he gotta be unbreakable. Locked in like a video game character with maxed out stamina, ready for 16 rounds when the fight only goes 12. Forget training camp. Russell making it sound like Bud got a prep for a bonus level after the final bell, just in case Canelo ain't done teaching. And he's not wrong either. Those little 8-ounces gloves, they don't care about swag, style, or switch hitting. They'll turn a single slip into a highlight reel KO faster than you can blink. That's the cruel math of boxing. One mistake equals night-night. So let's line it all up. You got Crawford talking slick with that quiet storm confidence, like he already packed Canelo's lunch and just waiting for recess. You got Spence, fresh off catching Bud's smoke, still giving him mad respect, saying if anybody can climb this impossible mountain, it's him. And then you got Russell, breaking it down like a boxing professor, reminding us the margin for error here is thinner than a razor blade. Put it all together and you realize this ain't just another fight. It's history begging to be rewritten. Drop your thoughts in the comments, fam, and smash that subscribe button to Boxing HQ, where the breakdowns hit harder than a body shot to the liver, and the talk stays sharper than Crawford's jab.